Ever wondered what Bitcoin really is and how it works? Well, let's start by saying that Bitcoin is a digital currency, a type of money that exists solely in the digital realm. Think of it as an online version of cash, but it's not tied to any country or government. Instead, Bitcoin operates on a technology known as blockchain, a decentralized network of computers or nodes that all work together to validate transactions and ensure the integrity of the system. Now you might be wondering, how is this digital money used? Well, just like traditional cash, you can use Bitcoin to buy products and services, albeit online or at select physical stores. You can also hold onto it, as some people do, hoping its value will increase over time. What makes Bitcoin particularly interesting is its potential to disrupt traditional financial systems and empower individuals. Intriguing, isn't it? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. So, when did Bitcoin first come into play? Great question. Let's take a quick step back to the year 2008. The world was in the grip of a financial crisis, and skepticism towards traditional banking systems was growing. It was during this time that a 9-page document titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, was published by an anonymous entity under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. This document, also known as the Bitcoin White Paper, outlined the concept and mechanics of what would become the world's first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. The first block, known as the Genesis block, was mined by Nakamoto himself in January 2009. Fast forward to today, Bitcoin has become a globally recognized digital asset, a new form of money that is decentralized, transparent, and operates independently of any central authority. That's the brief history of Bitcoin, but who's the brain behind it? Who created Bitcoin? Now that's an enigma that has puzzled the world ever since Bitcoin's inception. The answer leads us to a name, Satoshi Nakamoto. No, not a flashy Silicon Valley tech guru or a Wall Street whiz, but a pseudonym for an individual or possibly a group of individuals who designed Bitcoin and created its original reference implementation. In 2008, Nakamoto published a white paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and in 2009, they released Bitcoin's open-source software. Despite numerous attempts by journalists and investigators to uncover Nakamoto's identity, it remains unknown. Nakamoto vanished from the online world in 2010, leaving behind a revolutionary innovation and a trail of unanswered questions. This unknown identity of Bitcoin's creator has fueled countless conspiracy theories, from Nakamoto being a secret government agency to an alien entity. Whoever Satoshi Nakamoto is, they've undoubtedly changed the financial landscape forever. A mystery indeed. Now let's talk numbers. How much is Bitcoin currently, and how many Bitcoins are there? Let's dive into that. Bitcoin's value fluctuates wildly, but as of now, one Bitcoin is worth roughly around $40,000. But remember, Bitcoin's value can rise or fall dramatically in a short time, making it both a potentially lucrative but risky investment. Now let's talk about Bitcoin's availability. The total number of Bitcoins that will ever exist is capped at 21 million. As of today, over 18.5 million Bitcoins have been mined. This leaves less than 3 million that have yet to be introduced into circulation. This scarcity is one of the factors contributing to Bitcoin's value. Unlike traditional currencies, Bitcoin's supply is algorithmically controlled to decrease over time, making it a deflationary currency. This means the purchasing power of Bitcoin is expected to increase over time. Interesting facts, right? But how does one get Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin mining? And what is a Bitcoin block? Well, let's break it down. Bitcoin mining is the process of verifying transactions and adding them to the public ledger, also known as the blockchain. This process involves solving complex mathematical problems with a computer. It's like a competitive lottery where the winner gets to add the next block to the chain and is rewarded with a few Bitcoins. A Bitcoin block, on the other hand, is a record in the blockchain. Each block contains information about transactions taking place at a specific time, making the blockchain a chronological record of all transactions. Think of it as a ledger in a bank, but decentralized and public. In essence, Bitcoin mining is the heart of the Bitcoin network, and blocks are its lifeblood. They secure the network, propagate transactions, and release new Bitcoins into the system. Now you might be wondering, why should one invest in Bitcoin? What are the pros and cons of owning Bitcoin? A question that's been on everyone's mind as we delve into this digital frontier. Let's start with the benefits. Bitcoin has shown impressive growth since its inception, often outpacing traditional investments. It's also decentralized, meaning it's not tied to any government or entity, offering a form of financial sovereignty. Moreover, the fixed supply of 21 million bitcoins counters inflation, making it a potential store of value. However, with great rewards come great risks. Bitcoin's volatility can be a double-edged sword. While you can make substantial gains, losses can be just as profound. It's also susceptible to potential regulatory changes and technological failures. And let's not forget, its decentralization can sometimes make transactions a little too anonymous, leading to potential misuse. In the end, Bitcoin is a new player in the financial world, with its unique set of advantages and challenges. But how does Bitcoin differ from traditional forms of wealth? How does Bitcoin differ from cash or gold or bonds? Excellent question. Let's break it down. Cash, gold, and bonds are physical assets. You can touch them, put them in a safe, or in the case of cash, spend them at the grocery store. Bitcoin, however, is a digital asset. It lives on the internet, and you can't physically hold it in your hand. Now, when it comes to value stability, gold and bonds usually take the cake. They're less volatile compared to Bitcoin, which can see its value swing wildly in a single day. Cash, however, is prone to inflation, and its value can erode over time. Liquidity is another factor. Cash is king because it's universally accepted. Gold and bonds, not so much. And Bitcoin? Well, while it's gaining acceptance, it's not quite there yet. Finally, Bitcoin is decentralized, meaning no government or institution controls it. This can be both a pro and a con depending on your perspective. But is it legal to own Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin legal, and what is a Bitcoin wallet? Let's dive right in. The legality of Bitcoin varies from country to country, and it's constantly evolving. In many places it's legal and regulated, while some countries have outright banned it. It's important to check the regulations in your locale before diving into the world of Bitcoin. Now let's talk about Bitcoin wallets. These digital wallets hold your Bitcoins, much like a physical wallet holds your cash. However, instead of storing actual coins, a Bitcoin wallet stores private keys, cryptographic information that allows you to access your Bitcoins. These wallets can be online, offline, on hardware devices, or even on paper. Each type of wallet offers a different level of security, convenience, and accessibility. You must choose one based on your individual needs and how you plan to use your Bitcoins. And finally, who can buy Bitcoin? Stay tuned to find out. Where can one obtain Bitcoin, and how old must you be to purchase Bitcoin? It's a world that's open to many but regulated to ensure safety. You can purchase Bitcoin on various platforms known as cryptocurrency exchanges. Some of the popular ones include Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken. These exchanges allow you to buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin. So how old do you have to be? Well, the minimum age to create an account on most of these platforms is 18 years old, similar to many financial transactions and accounts. However, it's worth noting that laws and regulations may vary from region to region. It's also crucial to remember that purchasing Bitcoin, like any investment, comes with its risks. It's always important to do your homework, understand what you're investing in, and be aware of the potential ups and downs. That wraps up our Bitcoin 101. Understanding Bitcoin might seem complex, but it's quite fascinating once you get the hang of it. We've journeyed through the intriguing world of Bitcoin, starting with its inception by the anonymous figure Satoshi Nakamoto, to its present-day standing in the financial world. We've delved into how Bitcoins are mined, the concept of Bitcoin blocks, and the current worth and availability of Bitcoins. We've compared Bitcoins to traditional forms of wealth like cash, gold, and bonds, and discussed the pros and cons of owning Bitcoins. We've also touched upon their legal standing and the concept of Bitcoin wallets. Lastly, we've shed light on how and where to purchase Bitcoins, and the age restrictions that apply. This knowledge is your first step towards understanding the digital currency revolution. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video for more content on financial freedom. We'd like to hear from you. Do you currently own Bitcoin? If so, when did you take the plunge? Are you potentially thinking about it? Or are you on the other side of the fence and feel it's too risky? Let's hear about it in the comments. Check this video out to learn more as we dive into financial independence and grow our wealth together. Until next time, stay financially savvy.